Hello, everybody. Hello, Elbow 88.
Cheers, Ron. Good to see you.
Well, folks, I'm in Louisiana where Louisiana Liqueur reviews. Elbow 88 is in Florida. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but I was getting ready to set up and then I started getting the phone calls, and the texts. So I'm like, why do people always call me when I'm getting ready to do these things?
Yeah.
Well, of course, I appreciate people calling me. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's wasn't at the best time. So anyway, that's over. So I'm in Louisiana, like I said, and I have an interesting product that I bought last week, and I got it for $13.99. And let me shake it up a little bit. And it's I never seen it before. It's called Trader Joe's
Okay.
Kentucky. It's a little blurry. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Cream Liqueur. So it must be a new product. And let's see if it'll focus here. I would like to show you the website, but they don't have it listed on the website. There you go. It focused. So it's got this kind of rust red label. They try to make it look like, I guess they're trying to make it look like an old barrel cover. Some old bourbon barrel lid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're making it look like. And then it's a unique bottle shape,
Yeah.
glass. Then there's a write up on the back. And it's saying produced by Bourbon Square Distilling Company, Louisville, Kentucky, with caramel color. Well, you can't pay much mind to these company names because they're usually shell names. And I did some research, and as I figured, it's an alias name of Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
So, and Buffalo Trace makes their own Kentucky Straight Bourbon Cream, but it's cost about $10 more. So I thought for $13.99 that's a good price. So I'm going to pour a little bit of it. These things usually look like chocolate milk, and they don't taste that different from chocolate milk, except that this one's 15% alcohol. Um, didn't see any reviews for it. Didn't really find anything. Didn't find any video reviews. But like I say, it might have just hit the market a week ago. So there it is. I'll put it in the banner. I'll turn it over to you, but you can see what it looks like. Like I said, chocolate milk.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, is that only sold at Trader Joe's?
Yeah, because the name of it is Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
So it's a private label.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess you got it at a Trader Joe's near you.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We have two Trader Joe's in my area, and there's one in Baton Rouge, and they're building another one in New Orleans. So there'll be three of them in the New Orleans area soon enough.
Yeah, I have one here in St. Petersburg, but it's kind of a distance for me, so I don't think I've ever been in there yet, to tell you the truth. But I've been wanting to check it out. I hear it's a good store.
In a lot of the other states, they won't allow liquor sales in a grocery store.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. Because here, I can't get liquor in a grocery store. It has to be a separate store with a separate door. Like, you know, Publix has their liquor stores and Walmart has liquor stores, but it's a separate entrance.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to Scotland tonight. Yeah, I've got a liqueur here that I've often thought about picking up, but I was reluctant to because it's a little bit expensive. But I got a 375 milliliter bottle, so that reduced the cost some. But I've never had this before. I'm gonna try it out tonight here on camera. It's Drambuie.
Ooh, yeah, I've heard of that one.
Now it's a liqueur made with Scotch whiskey, heather honey, and other spices. So, but it's strong. It's 40% ABV, I
Really?
think. Yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, 40% ABV, produced and bottled in mainland Scotland. The Isle of Skye liqueur, a unique blend of aged Scotch whiskey, heather honey, herbs, and spices. And there's a whole big legend that's behind this. I can tell you a little bit about it as we go on. But this is now owned by William Grant and Sons, the folks that own
Ah,
they own Glenfiddich. They bought this in 2014, so now it's a William Grant and Sons. So there it is.
it's interesting that the mainland is still an island.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, I took the plastic off beforehand. It almost looks like a real cork, but
Oh, that is. Yeah. Show that to the camera.
yeah, okay,
Oh, yeah, that's real cork.
okay.
Nice, 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 nice.
So let's get a look at it, see what it looks like. It's a light colored amber, I guess.
Have you had this before, or?
No, no, I haven't. Like I've thought about getting it. There's a mixed drink called a Rusty Nail that's fairly popular, and it uses Drambuie. It's just Drambuie and Scotch. It's similar to like an old fashioned or a Manhattan where there's no really soda in it. It's just different liqueurs. But I'm
Oh, and
just
I'm sorry I had to skip last Friday, but couldn't help it. Couldn't help it really.
yeah, that's okay. That's all right. You get other things to do, other commitments. That's not a problem at all. So let's check this out. Yeah, honey. I think the first thing that the aroma is there is honey. Yeah, okay, there's the website. The taste of the unexpected. For dinner with friends,
Oh,
drink.
sorry
No,
about that.
I'll read I'll read the next one. That's just like a little advertising, I guess. Uh, yeah, Drambuie's blend of aged Scotch whiskey, heather honey, and aromatic herbs and spices can be enjoyed simply over ice. However, if you fancy something different and a guaranteed crowd pleaser, Drambuie is a perfect match with coffee. Why not discover one of the iced coffee cocktails? Yeah, yeah, I've heard it makes a pretty good espresso drink. Mix it with a little coffee or whatever. Yeah, that's sweet. It's tasty. You get the honey there first, almost, and then the background of the Scotch whiskey is there.
They say it's coming from the Scottish language translated means the drink that satisfies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a whole big legend about this, whether or not it's true or not. But there was this guy, Bonnie Prince Charlie. I guess his real name was Charles Stewart or something. But anyway, back in the 1700s, the Stewart family thought they had some claim on the crown, so they were going to go to war with England and try to reclaim the crown or try to win over the crown and become the newest royal family. Well, Charles Edward Stewart, I guess he got some friends or whatever together, and they tried to they went to war. They had skirmishes, uprisings, and anyway, the legend is he had the recipe for this drink, And apparently during one of the wars, he got into trouble and he had to escape to the Isle of Skye, which is, I guess, an island right off of Scotland there. And he met the McKinnons. So the McKinnons offered him sanctuary, and they offered him a way out of England where he could, be safe, or out of Scotland, I should say. So anyway, as a gratitude, he gave his recipe for this drink to the McKinnon clan, and later on, that got passed down to another person who ran a hotel. Well, anyway, the drink was popular, and they decided, well, we're going to try and make this on its own and sell it. So it was 1893 when they registered the trademark of Drambuie. And from then on, in 1910, it was first commercially produced. They started bottling it and producing it to sell all over. So basically, that's the legend behind the drink. Whether or not that's all true, we don't know. But anyway, that's the background of Drambuie liqueur.
Yeah, I know there was a King James II. He was the Stuart family got overthrown. Then then the Parliament chose his daughter to take his place. And because he was a Catholic, and they didn't want a Catholic monarchy, and so his daughter was married to a Protestant, and so they said, well, she's more acceptable, so she became the queen with her husband William. Probably heard of William of Orange, King William.
Yeah.
And then her sister became the queen, and then she had no children that survived her. She had a lot of children, but they didn't live long. And so then when she died, they brought in King George from Germany. He was a kind of a distant relative, but the closest next in line, who was not a Catholic. And so that's how the modern British dynasty came. They actually were imported from Germany, which is interesting considering England and Germany's relations over the years.
Yeah, yeah. And it's so many little wars and skirmishes out there, in the British Empire, that's a history where I haven't studied. I don't know much about it, but I'm sure there's a colorful history in the past. I mean, I'm used to now just Great Britain being as it is, but I'm sure it took a little work and war to get there. Where
it was very complicated. Very complicated.
Yeah, but anyway, back to the drink. Right off the bat, I'm enjoying this. It's sweet, it's tasty, it's smooth. So even straight, even neat, I think this could be enjoyed. I would probably be more apt to either make a cocktail, a rusty nail, or have it on ice. But just as a starter, I always like to sip a liqueur or a liquor neat first to see what it was. John and Ellie's with us. Cheers, John. Good to see you. Yeah, yeah. So,
hello, Ronnie.
Yeah.
All right, so I bet I would like those coffee liqueur. I love coffee, and I like it spiked, but and that's what I'm going to do with this product. I'm not going to sit there and drink it just straight out the fridge. I put it in the fridge because I think these things come across better cold. Although I don't think that's like a law or anything that you got to drink it cold, but I certainly do. And I'm going to utilize the rest of it and pour a little bit at the bottom of the coffee cup. You don't even need a spoon to stir it. You just pour in the straight black coffee, and just the agitation of pouring it's going to blend it. So the aroma, you get a little bourbon pickup on the nose. What bourbon are they using? Oh, wait a minute. I got to put this in the banners. The Drambuie. Okay. DRAMB.
Yeah, BUIE.
Drambuie 40%.
Right. You got it.
So I get the impression it's probably not their top flight bourbon. It's probably their cheapest bourbon that they make, but I don't care. It was only $13.99 for the 750 milliliter bottle anyway. Probably something like Ancient Age or Benchmark. Well, I like Ancient Age and Benchmark, to be honest, so that wouldn't bother me. And they're using some kind of cream, so they probably contracted with some creamery in Kentucky, and just sugar. It's not hard to find bags of sugar. That's not difficult. So anyway, I tried the Buffalo Trace bourbon cream, which tastes exactly like this. It's probably the same stuff in a different bottle, but their bourbon cream was really good, and they let you try it for free at the distillery. The tour is free. Then they give you these really good chocolate candies with like that creamy inside. It's like a chocolate on the outside when you bite into it, and it's like some liquid on the inside, like caramel. That was awesome. But anyway, this one tastes like chocolate milk for grown-ups.
Yeah.
You get the bourbon, you get that cream, you get the sugar. I don't think they add chocolate, but it tastes like it some kind of way. There's a velvety mouthfeel, medium body, finishes sweet. Would I sit there and drink this stuff? No, I would not. And I'm not going to. When I did a solo review, I just poured a little bit. I could add some cinnamon to it, but it'd just make it taste cinnamony. When I pour the coffee on top, I am going to add a little cinnamon to give it a little spruce up. But I think it's great. So if you live near a Trader Joe's that sells liquor, and you're not taking a risk. I say take a risk, but you're not really taking a risk. $13.99.
Yeah. Would you say the Buffalo Trace product is about $10 more?
It's usually about $24.99.
Yeah.
But I would like to see somebody tell these one from the other in a blind taste test.
Yeah.
I do not think that's possible.
Yeah.
So is private label store brand always the best option? No. They have some stuff that's kind of not too good. But it certainly has improved over the last 45, 50 years. And I think it is a good option. There was a recent report in the news. They call it Rothen's Reports. And they did a blind tasting of private label. I can't remember what it was. Just some common, like sandwich cookies. And it was something else. Like they did Oreo and then the Aldi brand. Half the people could tell it apart, but the other half could not tell it apart. And then what they determined was even the ones that could tell it apart weren't really sure if it was better or worse than Oreo. So they were saying their opinion on the news report was that you might save a good amount of money going to Aldi and getting their sandwich cookies, because even the ones that could tell it apart couldn't decide if it was better or worse. So it's a winner. I was not planning to buy this when I went to Aldi. I'm sorry, Trader Joe's. I just saw it and I couldn't resist. All right, so it's going to get a good score when I come back to the score, and y'all know what it's going to be. Okay, now Drambuie.
Yeah, I mean, this is going down really easy and smooth.
You did a recent, I think vodka review.
Yeah, I finally put out a video, Ron. Yeah, it was mezcal.
Oh,
With
mezcal. Ah, that's right. Where's my mind? I've been up since one.
that's okay. I've got more of them here on stock, ready to go. So I plan on doing a series of mezcal reviews. But yeah, yeah, it's just a matter of getting back into it and sitting down in front of the camera and just do it. You know, like Nike says, just do it. But as far as the Drambuie, I'm impressed. I mean, admittedly, it's a little expensive. This little 375 bottle was $26.
Whoa.
Yeah, and the 750 is about 34.99, 35. So it's as expensive as like a regular bottle of whiskey. But then again, this is 40%, you know, which is similar to a lot of whiskeys. So uh, there's there's uh, there's some strength in there. But the first thing you taste mainly, I think it's the honey, and then the scotch. It turns out it's a nice combination. But I'm gonna make a drink a little bit later here. I'm gonna try a rusty nail. That's like scotch and Drambuie. Uh, I've got some blended scotch here. Instead of using a single malt, most folks say a blended scotch is just is good enough for a mixed drink like that. But the rusty nail, I guess that was popular if you remember the Rat Pack, that
Yeah.
group of actors and entertainers from the 60s, late 50s, you know, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis, Dean Martin, Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop. Apparently, they liked the rusty nail, and so it got some publicity there. But anyway, I'm enjoying this.
That's good. Um,
Yeah, when you come back, I'm going to give it a good score, just based on the taste alone. And I'm glad I picked this up. You know, it's I would buy it again just to have it on hand for mixed drinks and the occasional sip. You know, so yeah,
I'd like to try it one day.
yeah, I would recommend it if you want something sweet. You know, you wouldn't want to sit down and drink 5 glasses of it, I don't think. But yeah, there they are. There's the old Rat Pack. Back in the day, yeah, my mom and dad used to like to listen to Frank Sinatra, as did I. You know, I would listen as well. And I remember there was a movie that the original Ocean's 11,
Oh yeah.
I think, was made in 1960. And there was a bunch of these guys. And of course, that movie's been remade, you know. But anyway, that goes back to a time when, I don't know, maybe we were a little more innocent. But anyway, cocktails and Drambuie, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay, now we're gonna do the scores.
Yeah, they look like they're having fun. Look, they all got cigarettes back then.
All of them, and wear nice suits,
Yeah, yeah.
not like sloppy clothes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Really, Okay, cool it, cool it. That's right. All right, now the Trader Joe's Kentucky Straight Bourbon Cream Liqueur is a winner, and but honestly, but also to be honest, these things all tend to taste sort of like the same. It's hard to find a bad one. I mean, I guess they're out there. I haven't run across any. I haven't run across any bad eggnogs, and I haven't run across any bad bourbon cream liqueurs. So, is that a cat doing that?
Oh, you can hear that. Yeah. He's over in the litter box here.
Okay, that's comical. So the my advice, if you're interested in bourbon cream liqueurs and the alcohol eggnog, I would just go buy them all. They're usually not too expensive, and you're going to find that they like the worst one you find is just going to be like maybe a B, but it won't be bad. You know, I have not found any bad ones. Okay, so I'm going to give this an A. I'm going to go with 9.4 out of 10. I don't know what else to say about it. This is not the holiday season. It's August, but there it is on the shelf. So,
well, it reminds me a bit of like Bailey's Irish Cream. You know, you can spend $26 for a bottle of that and it tastes good, but there's a number of other different brands that are like $10 cheaper. And like you say, they taste pretty much the same. I don't know if you could tell a difference in a blind test, but bourbon creams, Irish creams, I do like those liqueurs now and then. And it's been my experience that you don't really have to spend the extra money for the name brand Bailey's. There's other brands there that are just as good, just as tasty.
right. Why not save $10 and get Carolyn's?
That's it. Yeah, I was trying to think of the name, Carolyn's, and a couple others.
Save $15 and get Ryan's.
Yeah, and those are St. Brendan's, I think, as well.
St. Brendan's. That's one I see at Walmart. That's a great one. That's a really great one.
Yeah.
Ryan's is good. Carolyn's. I'm not knocking Bailey's. You're not knocking Bailey's. We're just saying that it's not cheap. It's you're going to pay $26. You know.
Yeah.
I would just buy them all. I'm serious. I can go to Albertsons. They got their own brand name. CVS Pharmacy has their own brand name, if you can believe that. And Trader Joe's. So, but when you try them all, you're going to come to the realization what we're saying. You're going to be like, these all taste the same, you know. But anyway, and they're all good. So I may as well just buy the cheapest one I can find. Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Okay. Now, as far as show and tell, okay, talking about Trader Joe's, I was talking about private label. I think this might be a private label, but I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think it's time for another pour here. Come on.
Okay, yeah, I was at Total Wine and More. Turn off the lamp because it's going to make glare. And they had this product, O'Neill's.
Okay, Irish whiskey.
I think it was like $15.
Yeah.
I believe the price has actually dropped since I bought it. But of course, they're saying the finest spirit. Oh yeah, sure, okay. Age 5 years. I haven't researched it. It's 33% Irish single malt and 67% single grain. So grain whiskey and malt. Age 5 years in first fill bourbon cask, and then double charred. Finished and double charred cask to create a smooth blend. Um, they give the master distiller John Harrington, and it says distilled, matured, and bottled by West Cork Distillers. And I think that's like a real big company. I don't think it's too small, but you know what? I don't care if it's a big company and they're selling it to Total Wine. I'm not saying it's a private label. I'll say if that's what's happening, and it tastes good, that's what counts. So I haven't done anything with it except buy it. So that's going to be the next whiskey coming up when I'm finished with Canada. So stay tuned, folks, for O'Neill's.
Okay, so you're doing Canadian whiskeys now?
Doing Canada right now.
Okay.
And it's going to take a couple of weeks. And
any Crown Royals in that group?
Quite a few. Crown Royal Original, which is the only one I got wrong so far, shockingly. You couldn't tell it apart from the obscure Canadian whiskey I had. I've got Crown Royal Special Reserve, but that was introduced 34 years ago, and that one's $40-something a bottle. I've got Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye, but I use that in my rye taste challenges. I don't bring that in. I've got Crown Royal XO, which is finished in cognac casks. That's very interesting. That runs about 35 to 40. I have a new bottle of Crown Royal Special Reserve 12-year age, which just hit the market in the last 8 to 10 months. Haven't cracked it open. That'll have to come in to the next time I get back to Canada. So yeah, I have I got a lot of Crown Royals. You know.
Yeah, when I think Canadian whiskey, I think Crown Royal first. In fact, I don't even know, can't think of any off the top of my head other brands except Crown Royal.
Other brands would be like Canadian Club.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a big one. I'm trying to think. Canadian Club, Crown Royal, 40 Creek. 40 Creek has become popular. There's one called Black Velvet. You might have heard of Black Velvet.
Yep.
Anyway, all right.
Anyway, on the Drambuie, I am really impressed. This is really tasty. If you're in the mood for something sweet, smooth, not a big kick on it, even though it's 40%, I'd give this a 94. Yeah, it's an A. It's an A liqueur. Canadian Mist, yeah, there's another one. But like, I'm gonna try this in a rusty nail, and just for show and tell, the Scotch that I would mix it with, that I recently picked up. I haven't opened it yet, but I saw this Dewar's on the shelf, and it's finished in rum casks. It's 8 years old, and it's called Caribbean Smooth. I may bring this to a future Fandango, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen that around. Yeah. I had the mezcal finish.
Yeah, I've been looking for that one, Ron. I can't find it. It's like
yeah, it's out of production, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I would be interested in trying that. But anyway, this one is around. So when I do mix up a rusty nail, that's what I'll use as my Scotch, and then combine it with the Drambuie.
And when I did the blind taste test with the Dewar's mezcal finish, I never confused it with any other blended Scotch that I had. It was impossible. It was such a unique flavor. You could never confuse it.
Oh, so it really does have an influence on the taste, huh? The mezcal casks finishing?
It has a major influence, which is why I hope you can find it, because it's like, can't even believe it. Really, it's like.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. And Dewar's is doing. They've got other.
Yeah, they got like rum cask.
Yeah. Uh,
tequila, I think, and mezcal, and I think one is like oh golly,
Japanese name there,
yeah,
Mizzou.
Mitsunara oak.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So anyway, I'll be mixing up a rusty nail. Try that out.
You're doing the rusty nail now?
No, I think
Oh,
I'll
okay. Okay.
yeah, I'll do that another time.
All right. Oh, thank you, John. Thanks for all the viewers for watching. Thanks for Elbow
Yeah,
joining. Um, David didn't join. I don't know what he's doing. I was just talking to him earlier today. He was
yeah, David and Claude, come on, you guys, you're
yeah, where
slacking.
are you? Slacking. You're slacking. I was talking to him because I found a deal. I can't say where. He said, "Don't please." He told me, "Please stop saying where you find it, because then people go and they raid the store and then it's all gone." I think he's right. I'm starting to believe that because I talk about stuff and then I go back and it's like it's all gone. But
Yeah.
uh, Claude might be up there in the mountains. He's up there in the mountains in Colorado doing stuff. Um, so I was at a store. That's all I'm going to say. At a store, and they had Patty's Irish whiskey for $9.99.
Oh wow.
So I contacted him. I said, "They got this Patty's for $9.99." Oh, he said, "Oh wow, that sounds a lot cheaper, right?" I said, "Yeah, it's a lot cheaper than normal." So he did the research, and then he sent me a text later today, later than early when I had first contacted him, but earlier today. He said, "That's over 50% off." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I'll buy it and you can get it and pay me back later." Okay. So he was wound up over that. He was excited, but he might be busy now. But if he comes over tomorrow, I'll let him have that Patty's. And he said he had a bottle of Patty's at his house, but it's a liqueur version. It's called Patty's. He thinks it's called Patty's. Something like a cake version, like some kind of cake. I said, "Well, I know they make Patty's honey, where it's got the honey added." But he said the one he has, he thinks it's like some kind of cake version. But he said it's in the back of his cabinet and he might have had it 20 years. It was like a flavor they had made years ago, but they don't make it now. But it's nice to find these little deals, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, $9.99. You're not going to find Patties for. I didn't buy it for myself because I got a little bit left of my Patties, and I have enough liquor to hold me for about 30 years, so I don't really need to buy. I'm not even exaggerating.
Yeah, I'm starting to build up my collection too. In fact, I filled up my china cabinet here with bottles. I don't have any more room now, so I'm thinking I'm putting up a shelf for it instead of. Yeah, so that's the thing, the collection is getting a little bigger, so I got to think about other places to put it. So
It gets out of hand. It does get out of hand. You can't do that with beer though, because beer doesn't stay. It goes off. It goes
right,
stale. It rots. Gets rancid. But
yeah,
liquor, it'll just stay good for,
yeah.
I guess, forever. Anyway, any last comments or any promos or anything?
No, except I my channel Elbow 88. I'm trying to add more stuff, add more videos. So anyone out there, feel free to check it out. There'll be some beverage reviews there and some piano playing and whatnot. But like I said, I'm starting to add more stuff to it. So anyway, another good Fandango Friday. I'm enjoying this and enjoying your company, and we're gonna have another weekend here.
I agree, and I appreciate it. And as far as events coming up and anybody's welcome to join. Sunday morning at 10:30 Eastern, we're going to do Super Sunday. Any beer, wine, liquor. I've had people bring coffee,
Yeah.
iced tea, and stuff like that. It's not a problem. It doesn't have to be alcohol. It can be. A lot of people drink coffee Sunday morning, So I have some new coffee brands that I picked up. I've never tried them before. I've never had Tim Hortons coffee, and I've never had this New Orleans roast from Madisonville, Louisiana. I've never had that. Next Wednesday is Strong Beer Wednesday. Any beer, I don't care what type, any beer, as long as it's 5.5% or higher, 5.5% or higher. Strong Beer Wednesday. And then next Friday, planning to do another Fandango Friday on Friday the 29th.
All righty.
And what I'm going to bring, I might bring that Canadian whiskey that I've been experimenting with recently. The one you were wondering about. I might bring, it's a strange product. I mean, the taste isn't strange, just the product is strange. But I think I'll bring that next Friday. All right. Well, folks, I guess that's it.
All righty. Sounds good. Another Fandango Friday in the books.
My glass is empty. All right. Y'all take care now and have a good, safe weekend, everybody.
All righty. Cheers out there.
Cheers.